Well, what is up, guys? It's Benjamin Myth Eyes here. Back today, we're doing a new top 10 video, and today we are going to be doing the top 10 best Wizard101 pets. Now, these pets are going to be based off of appearance, not stat-wise. That could be a completely different list of its own. And also, we are not including school pets. I want to say that right now. School pets are definitely a list of its own. By far, because there's just so many good school pets. So we are not including them in this list. I know you guys are going to hate me for saying that. That's for another list sometime down the road. But if you guys do enjoy this video, hit me up with a subscribe. I always will be doing top 10 videos for Sundays. And drop a like in the video. And yeah, let's just jump right into the top 10. So our number 10 spot goes to Maple Moose. And this pet is only a seasonal pet. You can only get this pet during the Christmas events. And to me, this is kind of like more of a guilty pleasure. I know for some of you guys would obviously have this on your list too. But I know for like a lot of people, they probably wouldn't even have it on there because of, well, it's only a seasonal pet. And for that reason alone, I do like it because it does make it a bit more rare and all this and that. But I don't know with it. It's just kind of like more of a guilty pleasure, and that's why it's on to my list. There's not a whole lot to say with this pet, other than how cute it is. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Guys, tell me if you wouldn't want this pet in your collection. Definitely if you are a pet collector, you would have this pet in your collection. And I'm not gonna lie, look at this color that it gives, alright? If you're a myth wizard, you definitely need this pet because it gives you myth fuel, which is basically, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. That is where our number 10 spot is on the Maple Moose. It is only a Christmas pet, so I think that's the reason why I'm going to put down this far down the list. But yeah. Alright, so for number 9 spot, I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't even have this pet. There's multiple pets. I shouldn't say pet. There's pets. It's pause. But I don't have this pet, and the pet that you can get this from is the Ravelry's pack. And the pets that I'm talking about are actually the Ravelry pets, you know, as you can see I can't stop it, it won't let me. But as you can tell by the little cover on it, that it looks exactly like that. It has like the same appearance as the mounts, but just a bit smaller. And for that reason alone, I kind of like it. It has like a bit more of like a memory lane cord, you know, that sort of deal to it. And also, all of them are unique. Like, all of them have different colors. And I don't know why, I really like the death one. It's just kind of like black with these types of pets would go really well, in my opinion. But also at the time, my max wizard, my main wizard was a death. So I think in that regard, I did like it, and I was a bit biased. We're going to pick that up, because why not? But Ravelry pets are at my number 9 spot. So my number 8 spot goes to the Red Colossus. Now this pet is an OG pet. That's kind of why it's on the list. Because one, it looks extremely cool. Look at the designs on this pet. It looks badass. It looks like it can legitimately take you out in a 1v1. And also, the reason why it's so low on the list is at number 8, because it's pretty low on the list for how cool it is, at least. It's because, wow, it costs about 10k crowns in the crown shop, and to me it is not worth that. That 10k is also like $20 worth of crowns. Do you really think this pet is worth $20, Kinzao? Of course not, you don't. But they decided to overcharge it because it's one of the most OG pets, and probably one of the best pets, at least looking in the game, that you can get in the crown shop. And, you know, there's two ways you can get this pet by not having to spend crowns on it. I'm going to tell you both of them right now. One of them is by hatching with people, a lot of people, and hopefully getting it that way. And not a lot of people have this pet because of, like what I said, how much crowns it costs. And if they do have it, it's probably at baby like how mine is. But if you don't have any funds or anyone that's willing to hatch with you that has the pets, you can always wait until the Avalon Box events. That's why I got mine, was the Avalon Box event, actually. And sure, you have to be like level 80, I believe it is, but it is definitely worth it if you have a max level wizard. I got my first try, so I'm assuming it drops pretty frequently. But sure, guys, that is why it's at my number 8 spot, is because, well, it is so much money, more than what it needs to be. But yes, we are moving on to our number 7 spot. So our number 7 spot goes to the Ice Beetle. And the reason why the Ice Beetle is actually on the list, because I feel like it does deserve a spot on the list, but there's like the Fire Beetle, there's the Storm Beetle, and all of those pets are good and all, but this is the basic one. This is the original one that started those two hybrids. And to me at least, I love this pet a lot. Mostly because of how simple it is. You know, not each pet needs to be, you know, this top-notch, like flashing lights and all this and that. Like, they can be very basic, but yet still be very good. And this is like a prime example of how good this pet can be without having, you know, anything flashy to it. And to me, I just love it for the colors. I guess the colors just like makes it stand out to me, but also how iconic it is. Each Ice Wizard should have this pet based off of how ironic the spell is. It's the first ice spell you learn as an Ice Wizard. I think, sure, it does hold a spot in my heart, because I do have an Ice Wizard, fun fact. But also, it's just, I've been playing the game for years now, and the Ice Beetles is one of those pets that I've always wanted. And it's been something that I wanted throughout the years, because it's been in the game for what, since like 2010, 2011. And I've always wanted it, and when I finally got it, I just felt so excited. I will never forget that either. So I think that's why it deserves the number 7 spot. I don't know, probably some people are going to disagree with me on that, but it's my own list, like, hey, what I'm going to do. You know, you guys are allowed to disagree with me all you want. Now, on number 6 spot, we are in the Hedge Maze role, because one, it kind of fits relevant with the theme of the Hedge Maze, and also I think the Hedge Maze is like one of the most underrated areas in Wizard City, mostly because it gets overshadowed because it's so early on in the storyline. But we had the Fairy Fly, and that is our number 6 pet, is the Fairy Fly. And mostly the reason why I think this pet deserves to be on the list is because, well, to me it sticks out. A lot of wizards like nowadays are using this pet, even for how new it is. I've seen a lot of life wizards use it. For one, it's a really good pet. It gives you a card that, sure, you know, it's kind of a bit dated now, but I feel like as a whole it is, and it does stand out as that one pet that, you know, Kinzala released in a very year for pets, like this 2007 school pets, or 2017 school pets, weren't very good, you know, I guess like a good batch of pets. And this is one of those pets that has a beacon in this community where it's like, maybe they'll have something new to put out and something good to put out. And, you know, I put it on the list mostly for 2 reasons. One, how it sticks out to me like a sore thumb, and how much it's being used. Those are always the 2 reasons why it's even on the list. It's because I see a lot of people using this pet. And to me, I just wanted to put it onto the list because I do think by far this is the best pet we have had all year. So that's why it is your number 6 spot. So our number 5 spot goes to Franklin Buddy. Now I can just see the hate coming in from this, because a lot of people probably wouldn't put this at the number 5 spot, let alone even on the top 10 best Wizard101 pets. But to me, this pet is just something that I wanted to put onto the list because I love this pet. I'm a huge fan of horror movies, and this pet has a pretty fucking cool design. Look at the stitches on that, you know. Look at, you know, just the layout. It reminds me of Frankenstein in a way. And in that regard, I love it. And also, it is, everyone gets this pet. If you do the Halloween storyline that happens in this dungeon right here, it's only for Halloween. But you get the pet for free for basically doing that dungeon for free. And I just love the freaking pet so much that to the point where I want to put it onto the list. And I see a lot of Storm Wizards using it, so I feel like, you know, in that regard, that it is kind of justified in that way, because you do get a healing current card with it. But I don't know, maybe some people would agree with me, and a lot of people would probably disagree with me. But hey, it's okay, it's my own list, you know? Make your own list down in the comment section down below. So, number 4 spot goes to, well, I don't have a number 4 spot as a pet, because, well, I wasn't really particularly farming for it when it was out, and it's also only a seasonal pet, so you only can get it during the Halloween event. But the number 4 spot goes to the black cat, which is like the fire cat kind of, you know, it's like this, but it's painted black, you know. And personally, I love the black cat because one, it's I think the first, correct me if I'm wrong here, the first ever seasonal pet by far, probably one of the best that Keemstar has ever released. That you can just get for crowns that in packs, because there's an argument there. Because I would say by far though, getting a bit off topic, but this pet is also a really good Halloween pet. But you get this one in packs, but it is exactly like this, but just painted in black, and you do get the black cat spell. So to me, at least, it just sticks out because it is an OG pet. As you know, as I feel like we're gonna get into the list more and more of you guys will find out that I'm more of an OG player. I love a lot of these OG pets that were in the game when I first started playing it. To show it strikes a chord in memory lane, and that's why it's at my number 4 spot. So hopefully you guys, you know, understand that it's just something I wanted to put on there because one, I really like the fucking pet, but also I feel like a lot of people would like the pet as well. So that is why it's at my number 4 spot. So for our number 3 spot, we have the Polar Bear Club. Now this pet, by far, everyone will agree with me on this, at least it should be pretty close at least, this is the best pet they have ever released for a GameStop bundle. In this pet you get from the Apple One bundle, I forget what it was called, but it was like the Winter Wind Tower bundle, whatever that was with. And this was by far the best pet though that they have released for it, and it was so liked, I guess, in the community that they eventually added it in Polaris for each boss to drop it. And yeah, it makes it extremely common, but that's actually a good thing, you know, more accessible the better, because it makes it a lot more easier to farm for it, you know, so it makes you have, yeah, I guess like a better taste in your mouth of, you know, going for it, other than wasting 10 hours of your life not to get it and then to be disappointed. So in that regard, I do love the pet as well for that. So that is why it's at my number 3 spot. So our number 2 spot, this one's going to be a bit of a controversial pick here, but bear with me here, is the Mountain Yetis. There's 3. There's this one over here, the life one that you can get by basically just buying it out for the vendor in Polaris. This one over here, I got farming from a chest while fishing. I believe some bosses in Polaris also drop it. In this one, this death one over here, by far my favorite one, stat-wise and also appearance-wise. But that one is a hybrid. So how you get all of these is what I just said right there. And you do, I will say this about these pets. These pets are almost on everyone's top 10s. Even if they don't put them on like number 1, they're definitely at least above top 5, you know. And I think in that way they're being overused, and that's why I'm going to put them at my number 2 spot rather than my number 1 spot, because I think Scarlet Mitsu put these pets at his number 1 spot when he done his own top 10 best Wizard101 pets. And I just don't want to do that. I want to be myself. I want to be original. So we're going to put it here. But yes, I will say this. These pets are probably the 3 best pets in-game more recently at least. That look cool and that a lot of people use, you know. So I will say that, definitely. So honorable mentions. We have a lot of honorable mentions for today's list. So the first honorable mention goes to all of the ghost pets. The red ghost, the yellow ghost, I think it's a green one too, and the blue ghost. I'm using the blue ghost right now because it's actually my favorite one besides the red one. The red one's probably the most used one though, definitely, because a lot of Death Wizards use it for the card. But yes, now moving on to our second honorable mention. So our second honorable mention goes to the Scorpion. Now the Scorpion, everyone gets in a quest in Azteca, I believe it was. And also, I just think that a lot of balance wizards should have it. It's like what I said earlier about the Frost Speeder, that not every pet needs to be flashy looking. It can just be simple and it can still look amazing. This pet is extremely polished. I will say that. It looks extremely... It does look good. So yes, that is our second honorable mention. I'm not going to really go too in-depth with it because it's only an honorable mention. That's why. So our third honorable mention is the Clockwork Pilot. And I hopefully pronounced that right. But if I didn't, I'm sorry. But the reason why I really love this pet is mostly because of, well, it's my favorite pet without like a clockwork by far. And also, it looks the most polished, you know? And it does come from the Buckingham Palace as well. Like, one of the most, I think it's one of the best dungeons. I'm not going to say in the entire game, but for like level 40, it is an easy way to level up. So, definitely worth picking up if you are a balance wizard, because also it is really good for PvP. Because it does give you a pretty good minion TC. Not TC, but a minion card. So that's also why you would want to pick it up as a balance wizard. But I am not a balance wizard, so it probably wouldn't even be on my list. That's why it's only an honorable mention. So our fourth and last honorable mention is the pet that you get out of the packs. It's the rendered ring cat, I believe. Yes, rendered cats of fear. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But by far, this is the best Halloween pet, I would say, that you can get out of packs at least. There's the jack-o'-lantern one, which is pretty cool too. But by far, this is my favorite one to get out of a pack at least. Mostly because I'm a huge fan of black, and it just fits well with it. You know, and the lanes do have a bit of a glow to it, and I think that's the reason why I really love it, is because one, it is simple, two, it fits Halloween well, and three, just have a bit of a glow. But the reason why, even naming all of that didn't make it onto the list as well, because I didn't know where it would fit well on the list. Probably like right next to the black cat, but I was either gonna put that on there or this on there. So I just figured, you know what, I'm gonna go with the black cat because it's one that probably a lot of you guys have seen and think, hey, that's really a cool pet. And I know this is more of like a recent pet that they added, but I still absolutely adore this pet. I love the jump too. Look at this jump, man. Ooh. But yeah, that's why I didn't make the list. Unfortunately, it's just kind of was something that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to like put it onto a spot that I feel like it wouldn't fit in on. But yeah. So our number 2 spot. This one's gonna be a bit of a controversial pick here. But bear with me here. Is the Mountain Yetis. There's 3. There's this one over here, the life one that you can get by basically just buying it out for the vendor in Palas. This one over here, I got farming from a chest while fishing. I believe some bosses of Palas also drop it. In this one, this death one over here, by far my favorite one, stat-wise and also appearance-wise. But that one is a hybrid. So how you get all of these is what I just said right there. And you do, I will say this about these pets. These pets are almost on everyone's top 10s. Even if they don't put them on like number 1, they're definitely at least above top 5, you know. And I think in that way they're being overused, and that's why I'm going to put them at my number 2 spot rather than my number 1 spot, because I think Scarlet Mitza put these pets at his number 1 spot when he done his own top 10 best Wizard101 pets. And I just don't want to do that. I want to be myself. I want to be original. So we're going to put it here. But yes, I will say this. These pets are probably the 3 best pets in-game, more recently at least, that look cool and that a lot of people use, you know. So I will say that, definitely. So her number 1 spot goes to multiple pets. And I will say this, these pets are used a lot. Possibly the most used pets on the entire list. And of course I am talking about the beast pets. And I had the fire one right here. But there's a stone one, the balance one, you know, the life one, the death one. There's one for each school. And in that regard, it is extremely useful because it does give you a blade. And I think it is used to the point where I have to put it on the list somewhere. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to put it in my number 1 spot because I used this pet a whole lot my entire walkthrough for my followers. And I was actually going to use it for my myth walkthrough, but I didn't because I had like second thoughts on I was going to use a hybrid starting off. And then eventually I just exchanged my, I think what is it, my Forest Hound Earthless for a myth puzzle. And yeah, you know, you can see where I'm coming from is that these pets are possibly the most used, and like they're all pretty simple, but they do have some cool designs on it. Like this one has like, I like the black fur on its back, and the design that has going on the tail, but they're kind of more simple, you know, more simpler pets. But yes, they are very useful, and that's why they get used a lot. So I feel like that's why they are making the list, is because one, how useful they are and how much they do get used. So yeah. So if you guys made it to this part of the video, what I want to say congratulations, because I feel like probably most people wouldn't make it to this part of the video. Probably a very few people, because this is what going to be like a 20-minute video. So sure, not a lot of people are going to be near the end. And also, I want to say thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for everything you guys have been doing for me. And I want to say this. These videos do take me a lot of time. They require me a lot of time to edit, to make a script, to render, to upload, to make a thumbnail, and all this and that. So they do take a lot of time. You're probably looking at least 4 hours max, 5 hours max for a video that is like this. And also, I am announcing the giveaway winner right now. So the person that I picked for the giveaway winner is Nathan Stonehammer. So congratulations to him. He's the one that I've been seeing a lot on my streams, in my videos, just commenting. And that was like one of the things that would get you a higher up rank in the giveaway, was, you know, coming in to my stream, making stuff be noticed. And yeah, so I want to say this, that is probably not going to be the last giveaway I'll ever do. I'm probably going to do a lot more in the future, because I love you guys so much. But for now, at least, yes. So he has 22 hours, or 24 hours, excuse me, to get a hold of me before I pick somebody new. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching. As always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. As you can tell, I'm probably tired too. I'm extremely tired. I'm going to edit this video, render it, upload it, then go to bed. So, thank you guys for watching, guys.